The Saints did just draft a quarterback in the past in this draft, even though it should have been Shador. They drafted the other
Higgins
quarterback.
got prank called.
Exactly. They drafted they drafted the other quarterback, the one you told me about that was doing the quarterback drill, and he tried to throw the ball straight, but it went the whole opposite way.
Yeah,
That's the quarterback they drafted.
they're gonna be great.
Horrible.
I have faith.
So basically, what's going on here is that Derek Carr's shoulder is messed up to the point where like he doesn't want to play football anymore, and it shows here that he's actually doing the team a favor because he's saving them at least $30 million by not basically staying the whole season. Because technically, if he wanted to be a D, he, if he wanted to be a D, what he could have did was he could have played the season and then got the surgery, got the necessary surgery, got the necessary thing he needed to do to get his shoulder right. But regardless, it would have been at least 6 to 8 months and he would have been gone. So you'd have been basically a high played clipboard holder for the QBs.
You're basically like an assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Like, if when you're in the NFL, you get the best medical treatment. So why not like be with your like team's rehab person? So you make sure that you actually rehab. So even if you are going to retire, you're good for the rest of your life. And you can be there and help the young guys. I guess he was just so over it that he didn't want to do anything anymore. You don't even give up $30 million. I mean, he could have sat out like 2 years saying, "Oh, I'm rehabbing this," and then been a backup, been like, "Oh, I
He
don't
want to end up like Alex Smith.
He's not playing.
He had his whole hit. I think he had what was it? Alex Smith. He had his whole like leg redone and everything because it got mutilated.
Yes, it's crazy. It looked like a tiger got a hold of it.
Exactly. So I mean, he probably didn't want to end up like that, and it's your shoulder. So I mean, it's only.
That's what I'm saying. You know, take 2 years of rehab and then come back and then play so bad that you don't get your backup, so you don't play.
True.
And you collect your $30 million. And then you ride off into the sunset
but how
saying,
much money
I don't got it no more.
How much money is enough money? You already made at least 200. In 11 years, you made 200 mil.
I would at least tried it for 1 year. And if I hated it.
You know I hate it.
And I would have just retired at that point.
True.
At least give it 1 year shot. I don't know. But I guess he felt like he made enough money that he didn't care anymore. So that's his choice.
I mean, hey, he
didn't want to end up like Hawk Tua.
Horrible. But I mean that was with him. But people were saying that he is. Do you think he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
You don't think so?
No, sir.
I mean, I was looking at he has over at least 41,000 passing yards, 257 touchdowns. I mean, I think he's ranked like top four in comeback players for the New Orleans Saints. But I mean, he's not top 5 in a lot of categories for the Saints. So I mean, I kind of understand what you're saying. And I mean, him retiring, I kind of get it because he was gonna get sacked. Like the Saints ain't going nowhere. If he come back, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna come back and then what? You just come back for more money. It's not like you come back to get a ring.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They said he needed surgery, so he would have been out a whole year.
And he had to come back the next year, and then
he could have been like, "It still hurts. I need another surgery."
Oh Lord, see now you just milking the system. Now you just milking money. Now you just looking crazy. But I mean, speaking of looking crazy, we have the other right here, man. Pickens is gone from the Steelers. How you feel about that? You get Metcalf.
Yeah, but we were gonna have an awesome duo with him and Metcalf, but I guess Tomlin made the final call. They said it was Tomlin's decision. I'll bring us off screen so you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But Tomlin basically didn't want to deal with Pickens anymore. He said it was an attitude issue, and apparently we got a report here that while the Steelers were looking to trade him, that some teams laughed at the idea of inviting Pickens into their locker room for any price. So they didn't even get like another star player in return. They actually got some draft picks, I think future draft picks. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess he was going to be due a big payday coming up soon. They didn't have any faith in him, so they basically looked him.
Yeah, it just sucks. Like, I know like the best time, I think the best times that I've seen the Steelers is either when the defense is A1 or like y'all got 2 good wide receivers. Like when y'all had like Hines Ward and Randall L, or like Plexico Burris and
Santonio
Holmes, and then we had 2 wide receivers that was good. It was on, but now you having 1 wide receiver. Like now you got a DK Metcalf. We still don't got no quarterback because the whole Aaron situation.
Well, did he get? What's his name? Was it Howard?
Yeah, you got Will Howard from Ohio State, but
Yeah,
he not really a quarterback
he
like
only
that.
just won the national
I
championship, so I
guess
guess he's the best quarterback, the champion quarterback
I
in
give you that.
college. So I don't
So was Tim
know,
Tebow.
huh?
So was Tim Tebow,
A bust?
a champion. He was a champion in the college,
Yeah.
and he came in NFL. I mean, anything's possible. But I
I
mean,
mean,
Will
he
Howard didn't have.
even though I mean,
What?
you can't even say like he was a bust because he did have a few years where he actually did it, and he had that fluke playoff game. So
You hate
he
it.
actually performed in a playoff game. So you got to give him a little bit of clout.
You do gotta give him a little clout, but then now that Pickens is with the Cowboys, I mean the Cowboys do look a lot better now. I don't remember the last time the Cowboys had two good wide receivers at the exact same time. They always had one. It was always Dez Bryant and then oh God, who was the dude that was the what? Who was the dude that does the salsa dancing and then he became a giant?
What, Victor Cruz?
Yeah, Victor Cruz. I think
It
Victor.
wasn't on the Cowboys.
You sure about that?
I don't think so.
I gotta look
I
that
don't
up.
think he switched sides like that.
I gotta find my phone.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I
Nah,
don't
but I
remember the
mean,
players.
so but like he did. They. I remember it was. I remember they had Torrey Glenn at one point. They had Keyshawn Johnson.
Remember when they had Terrell Owens?
They had Terrell Owens for a little. Yeah, I think it was Terrell Owens and Torrey Glenn. I remember that. I remember Keyshawn Johnson was a Cowboy, but he ended up becoming a Buccaneer. You got Michael Irvin. Them days, those was the days of the wide receiver. But right now, you just have CD Lamb, and looking at CD Lamb, CD Lamb only had like 6 touchdowns this season out of set, and you play 17 games. You can't even get it to. It's just not good enough.
They say that was the same problem that George had. That even though he had, 16 and a half yards per carry or yards per catch, that, he only scored, 6 touchdowns last year.
Oh, he wasn't.
So it's
Nah,
like,
it wasn't him. He wasn't a Cowboy. He was a bear and a giant. Yeah, he was a bear and a giant.
No, but I'm saying that that's Pickens is also not a big time touchdown scorer. He only scored 6.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pickens hasn't had more than 5 touchdowns in his whole. In
It's 5.
His whole,
My
his
bad.
whole career.
Even less than I thought.
Yeah, you think he's like 5, and he had 3 1 year. He hasn't. Man, Pickens hasn't
So
been.
he hasn't turned it into points on the board.
Nah, he definitely hasn't turned into points on the board at all. But I mean, you're gonna see now. I mean, Dak Prescott is healthy, so it's gonna give them
He's
weapons.
not going to dack it up.
He's not gonna dack it up. I mean, they don't have a I don't know what the running game's gonna look like. That's one thing they definitely did not have was a running game. So we're gonna see how that goes. I mean, the first opening game is my Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cowboys in the game opener. So we're gonna see how that goes. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about these NFL updates. Do you feel like Derek Carr is gonna be somehow end up in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Get maybe the Hall of Fame of the Saints. Teams have their own little thing.
No.
You don't think so?
He would be in the Oakland Raiders Ring of Honor.
Oh Lord! Oh, anything's possible. But